This lady went to a brand new nail salon and almost lost her life for her 33rd birthday. She wanted to try some birthday nails. She says it's very important that you don't. Holy smokes, what happened?
All right, guys, here is the story time. So I currently have a double pulmonary embolism, a DVT in my calf, and I'm recovering from Achilles tendon rupture, all due to a trip I took to a new nail salon
for her 33rd birthday about 3 months ago. So she is a mom of 3 girls, 6 and under. She also works a full-time as a medical aesthetics clinic manager. Due to that, she's very busy and doesn't got a lot of time for a lot of things. Normally, she goes to the nail salon that's very close to her house. However, this time, she decided to go to this new nail salon that her friends was talking about. She don't know why she did that, and she wished she didn't. Due to the fact that everybody was doing a tortoiseshell design, she went to the new nail salon that's closer to her job. She didn't make an appointment, and she went in. It was extremely crowded when she got there. When she looked around, she saw the whole demographic was college age. And she was like, I bet. When she gets in there, she's like, I already got an acrylic set, so I'm going to go get a fill. While she's getting the fill, she's telling the lady exactly what she wants. While she was getting her nail done, her index finger was particularly loose. So she said she was going to remove it and get a new nail. However, when she removed it, it was painful. And it felt like it was ripped or maybe raw skin. However, she birthed 2 out of the 3 babies natural, and she's been an athlete. So her pain tolerance is through the roof. She ends up getting the new nail put on, and she was happy with the shit that she got. Her birthday was the very next day, and her husband,
like a local bar, we had a great time, we had a great night.
For the birthday.
But by the end of the night, this particular finger, the one that she had, the only one that she had put a new nail on and had the little cutting incident, was hurting a little bit. And when I say a little bit, probably I was thinking about it a couple times every hour, which is kind of a lot if you think about that. So I was like, okay, it's kind of like a dull ache. But come Monday morning, I'm at work, and it's starting to bother me at work. I'm like, this is so silly. This little finger of mine is hurting. So because I work in a medical aesthetics clinic, I have a lot of things available to me. So someone suggested and I work with NP. Someone suggested soaking it in alcohol. So I tried that. Still was hurting. I think the next day I tried soaking it in Puricin. It was still hurting. I'm like, what is going on?
By that time, she said she already had to have annoyed a lot of her coworkers consistently talking about the finger. However, it started to go from the finger to the arm, and the pain started to ache up her body. So what her coworkers say, just to stop hearing her mouth, is you need to go back to that nail salon. Have that fingernail removed. So she gets off work, goes to the nail salon, and that's when the nail technician gets somebody to drill the nail off. When they take it off, that's when she sees, oh, this is disgusting. It looks yellowy and pussy. Her finger feels raised and inflamed, and she's looking like, oh no. At that point, she needed to go ahead and go to the hospital. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She needed to go to the hospital. She doesn't go to the hospital. She asks them, hey, is this an infection? The people was being vague and wasn't confirming or denying anything. So what she decides to do is go straight from the nail salon to the urgent care. That's when it was like, oh, this is a bacteria infection. The reason her nail was toe up from the flow up was because the equipment at the nail salon was dirty. They didn't wash it before they used it on her. So she ended up getting an infection from the actual design, not due to the nail getting put on badly. No. It's because the tools that they used to put that bit on. So they end up doing a mini surgery, putting numbing on her finger and sucking out the pus. Here's the craziest thing. As she's going to leave, she gets antibiotics, a 5-day treatment. And she asks, hey, is there any side effects to this stuff? The nurse is like, an Achilles tendon rupture, but that's something you ain't even got to worry about. So what she decides to do is listen to the PA and not work out during the course of the antibiotics. So she goes get the medicine, goes back to work, right? When she gets back to work, the coworkers are like, hey, you need to go ahead and ask that nail salon for a refund. They didn't mess your finger up, had you go to the hospital. You need to go ahead and get that refunded. Especially since you got a bacteria infection from that salon specifically. So other than trying to get any type of refund, she's like, I got to let them know, hey, somebody is using dirty equipment. She goes back to the nail salon with her prescription. While she's at the nail salon, the manager is like, hey, man, that could have came from anywhere. That's not from us. You don't know that for a fact. they said the only thing that they can do, due to the fact of not doing any refunds, is offer her a 30% off the next time she come in. I'm not coming back. What? No. So she stays there for a good 20 minutes going back and forth. And when she says going back and forth, she means just sitting around talking. She said that it was extremely unfair. She couldn't get any type of refund. And the manager was like, meh, sorry about that. Policy is policy. So other than listening to the PA and not working out during the time she's on the antibiotics, she goes to a trip to LA because her and her sister played soccer. She ends up getting her sister's son's cleats because they wear the same size and playing soccer. Well, while she's at the park kicking around, doing exactly what she specifically was told not to do.
Soccer in college.
Okay.
So probably like 15 minutes in, I go to run to the ball.
Why?
And as I take off, it feels like somebody kicks me from behind. That's exactly what it felt like.
Like
it
your
felt like
Achilles
somebody wound up, kicked me in the back of the leg. And at the same time, there's a distinctive popping sound. And the pop is so loud that even people around us at the park are like looking over. I immediately collapse to the ground. I'm holding my leg. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I must have just ruptured my Achilles tendon. And I'm like, the dang antibiotic. So I knew immediately what happened.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's a little bit chaotic because keep in mind, we're out of state. We're like trying to find an urgent care to make sure that like my insurance goes for that urgent care.
So after getting an infection at a nail salon, she goes to get it healed, gets antibiotics, is told, do not do something specifically that she does. And if you want to get the full story in great detail, this is her page and where you can find it. I figured out what happened to the leg. She worked out when she wasn't supposed to after not getting the money back. I honestly don't care about the nail salon situation or like what's going on, because like I hope she sues and something does good. But girl, why specifically would you do something specifically? You talk like what? This is only part one. There's some more inside of part one. However, she goes to part two, and then I don't know if this is also connected to it. If you want to listen to and watch the full story, you can. I'm not. You gotta do something to that nail salon. Like girl, why would you specifically work out when they said for this 5 days? Don't. And you like, I've been good since college. Shit. I'm not gonna say this is misleading because it's not. However, girl, you should have just not worked out. Or you said, yeah, that was, I'm not gonna say that was your fault. But